Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Ace here for another week of your challenge Rivals 2 recaps. As you can see, I have my regular nose back and I'm ready to jump right into this episode. First, I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching these videos. If you could please give it a thumbs up right now before I even start talking, because you know you're going to like it. And if you don't, then I don't care. Give it a thumbs up anyway. And share it with your friends on Twitter, because everybody likes Twitter. Use the hashtag Rivals2, and everybody who likes Rivals2 will see it. Awesome! I have a very full beer. So last night's episode was super fun. It started off with Anissa and DM butting heads because Anissa thinks DM is being aggravating because she's on her back about preparing for the final. DM thinks Anissa's got an excuse for everything and doesn't want to run. Blah, blah, blah. Just run with her. Just run with DM. Make DM happy. Just run it out. Just run it out. Because it's going to look real dumb if they do make it to the final and then Anissa can't run for shit. Anyway, last night's challenge was called the blind leading the blind, and that's exactly what it looked like. I really enjoyed this challenge. Did you guys? Tell me down in the comments. And TJ wasn't just there alone for this challenge. He had a little doggy with him named Pookie. I have a dog with me today. This is Gavin. He's my Pookie. He's also very terrified when you hold him like this, so he's probably not liking this one little bit. Are you, Gavin? No. So the point of this challenge was, it was a whole maze, and the teams were blindfolded and attached to each other, and they had to make it through the maze before the other team that they were going up against. But a twist on the whole thing, they had to wear dog shock collars. Oh my god, that's so scary. Dog shock collars around their wrists and ankles, and then when they were going in the right direction to get out of the maze, it would shock them, and so they would know that they were going the right way. Would you like that? No, I would not like that, Mom. Put me down. Okay, say bye to the people. Say bye, people. So anyway, they get 30 minutes to complete this challenge and make it through the maze. Ty and Leroy won the last challenge, so they got to pick the order that the teams went in on this challenge, and they're picking them, trying to set people up to fail. They pick CT and Wes versus Anissa and DM to go first, and as soon as they start the challenge, all you hear is everybody going, ow, 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 ow! They should have called this the OW challenge. This is equally hilarious and sad to watch at the same time. It's funny to watch them have to do it, but I would never want to do this challenge. I like what Leroy had to say about Anissa while she was doing the challenge.
It's about as strong as your vibrator, Anissa.
So anyway, everybody's walking around looking like beeping zombies. They're just like, ow, beep, beep, ow, beep, beep, ow. It's the most hilarious thing I've watched all week. CT and Wes beat Anissa and DM, but at the end of it all, they're all happy for each other, and they're all proud of each other, and they love each other. Aww. So next is Marlon and Jordan versus Cook and Cara Maria. Cook and Cara Maria. Somebody told me on Twitter that they can't hear Cook and Cara Maria without thinking of the way that I sing that song, which I'm very proud of. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. I like how at the beginning of it, Cara Maria's like, it's nothing to me. I'm used to getting shocked all the time. But it turns out that she's only into sexy pain, which is different than in real life pain, or whatever. Sexy pain only, because she is flipping the fuck out. Jordan and Marlon and Cook and Cara Maria cursed their way through the maze, and they all made it through. Did anybody notice that during this challenge, it seemed like the biggest, baddest players were the most affected by these shock collars? It's pretty hilarious. Next up was Ty and Leroy and Paula and Emily, and this was one of my favorites. Emily was so hilarious. She's usually so beast mode about things, but she did not like this. And Ty and Leroy are like moving backwards and in slow motion. They look silly, straight up. So funny. I was dying. Paula and Emily win, duh. And Leroy, my boy, that was rough. Next up was Nani and Janae and Frank and Johnny. Nani and Janae were by far the best at this challenge, and by best, I mean the worst and most hilarious. They were like screaming and holding each other and just standing in one spot. They were like, ah! And they couldn't move. Every time they would try to move forward to go in the right direction, they would get shocked, so they didn't want to go in the right direction. They wanted to just stand where they were in the same spot so they would not get shocked. Not a good plan. They're just standing there screaming, what the fuck do we do? I can't relax! Stop yelling at me! Even TJ thought it was pretty pitiful. They were still all the way in the back of the maze. Dude, this would probably be me. I probably wouldn't take the first step. Ow! Next was Preston and Knight versus Jemmy and Camilla. Jemmy had her Christina Aguilera arm up the entire time. Like, she was like, ah! 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 The entire time her arm was like this. Jemmy, you know I love you. The entire time her arm Her arm was up like she was trying to ask a question. Did anybody else see that? I saw it. Camilla, out of everybody, out of these 4 people, got them all together. They're all holding on to each other. They look like a green clusterfuck moving all collectively at once, and they made it through the whole maze super fast together. That's fucking teamwork. So at the end of it all, Anissa and DM win for the girls. DM did like a winning dance where she's all like, I'm a winner! And she was so happy. It was cute. Johnny and Frank won for the boys, and Ty and Leroy did the worst, and they're going straight into the jungle. During deliberation time, Johnny and Frank are telling all the ladies not to vote in who they want, which is Preston and Knight, and they want them to put in Jordan and Marlon, and Jordan is laying in his bed, and he can hear everything that they're saying. Not like Johnny Banana gives a fuck who can hear what he's saying, or Frank, but he can hear what everybody's saying. So Jordan decides to ask Frank how his campaign is going. Campaign by meaning going around the house and telling everybody to vote Jordan and Marlon in. Break for sip. You guys want some? It's good. And so Frank starts being Frank for the first time this season. It's good to see you, Frank. I didn't know if you'd come out to play. Yeah, it's time to explode the Frank tank. This excites me. Jordan's just trying to piss Frank off anyway, and I'm actually on Frank's side for this one. You heard that right. I'm on Frank's side today. So when TJ shows up and it's time for all the girls to vote what guy team they want to send in against Ty and Leroy, I love Knight's quote about them wanting to vote him in.
My team is an easy target for the jungle because everybody knows that Preston can't do anything.
Truth. Facts. So almost unanimously, all the girls vote in Jordan and Marlon. So of course Jordan's not happy about this. He's talking to Camilla, telling her all about how Johnny and Frank wanted to put them into the jungle and talked everybody into it. Frank overhears and goes after him. Gets all up in his face. He's screaming at him.
You're so fucking stupid!
I love seeing Frank freak out. Yes, it only took us like, I don't even remember what episode this is. 7? Or 6 or 7. It only took us that long to get here. We gotta piss Frank off more often. So Daddy Johnny Bananas has to sit down and tell Marlon all about the birds and the bees of the challenge and how the rookies have to go in and prove themselves. It is true. Rookies need to go in to the jungle at least once and prove themselves. Am I right or am I right? And then Leroy and Marlon start like wrestling for no reason. Who cares? Moving on. Welcome to the jungle! Ty and Leroy versus Marlon and Jordan, and they're playing Last Chance. Now you guys remember this jungle challenge. It's like the football jungle challenge where 2 people play defense and the other 2 play offense, and they try to basically ram through each other to the other side, ring bells. Best 2 out of 3? Is that first person to 2 rings wins? Did I get that right, TJ? Okay, good. So Marlon and Leroy are playing defense, and then Jordan and Ty are playing offense. Everybody gets all set up and ready to go. Hut, hut! In the first round, it's almost a tie, but Jordan wins. That was intense. In the second round, Ty goes ham and runs right through everything. I mean, I didn't even see him run. He just like was like, and he was over. He rang the bell already. The third round was the best. Everybody on the sides watching were freaking out. Everybody was jumping up and down. They were all so excited because Ty is on the ground right next to the bell. Like at any moment he can just break free and ring the bell. And so everybody's like, oh my God, and then all of a sudden, Jordan gets through, rings the bell, and it's a rookie revolution, everybody. So we have to say bye to Leroy and Ty for this season of the challenge. It's been good, you guys. Leroy is one of my favorite people. I just feel like he's such a sweet, honest dude when he talks, and he's really fun to watch. So can't wait to see you back on a challenge, man. The episode ends with Frank talking about how he's ready to unleash the beast on everybody in this challenge, and Johnny does not think that is a good idea. Johnny's getting old. So that's the end of this week's recap of Rivals 2, the challenge. Before I go, I said that one lucky person who left a comment on last week's challenge recap would get a Head Rush bracelet and a sticker from me sent to them, and that lucky person is Spicy Chicken 7225. So Spicy Chicken, make sure to contact me at the email in the description and tell me your address and all that fun stuff, and I'll send that out to you. Yay! Thanks Head Rush for the swag. I love your face. Everybody go follow Head Rush. Go follow TJ Lavin. All the links down in the description. Check them out as always. And I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same face with Ace. And until then, peace out. It's in a Jägermeister shot glass. Don't let that fool you. It's Jack Daniels. 1, 2, 3. Cheers to all of you and to a happy, healthier face next week. That was good.